Hey guys, thanks again for having me in your newsfeed. Today I want to talk to you about how to get nicer clients in hypnotherapy that bring you coffee. Like my last client that came, who literally brought me a coffee on the way in. There's literally like 5 steps and I want to tell you about it right now. And so like the first step is charge enough that they take the program seriously. As in like you charge enough but you also want to send out the mail outs, you want to be professional, you want to make sure you send a text message reminder, you want to build a business around it so that people can see that you're a business and not kind of like a a back shed kind of a person who kind of like brings them to the back shed. Instead, it's like you're working from your clinic. Another one is make sure that in every single session, people have a breakthrough, an actual breakthrough. So if people keep giving you the same answers and keep giving you the same roundabout issues, as like you ask, what are you going to do differently this week from last week? And they go, I don't know, just follow the steps. You're like, yeah, but you're already following the steps. What are you going to do differently? A breakthrough is taking someone to somewhere where they've never been before, if that makes sense. The third one is basically pick headlines that are kind of niche, as in that people tend to often not have the courage to pick a headline that's so specific that you leave people out. So a conversation I had with someone today is that I was saying that pick a headline for your ads that is so narrow that you think that there's no market for it. And she's like kind of going, well, is there enough business in that one tiny little thing in order to fill my whole clinic? And you're like, no, of course not, but that's not what the ad's about. The ad's to bring them in, but that one little problem they have is part of a larger problem, and then you convert them into your booking session, if that makes sense. So another one to do is make sure in your program you have a framework up front that they can understand what's going to happen over the weeks, if that makes sense. So they can understand as they go, if they don't have a complete result from week 1 to 2, they understand that it's a progression path. And then number 5, which is my personal favorite, always that attitude of gratitude. This sounds like one of those almost ridiculous steps. You're like, oh, that's cheesy. It sounds like too cliche. That the universe literally gives you the energy and vibes that you put out. So these are hot tips which I really want you to put into action. Watch the video again, because these aren't fake things. These are real things. Especially the one about like make sure they always have a breakthrough. Make sure they're not just covering the same old ground over and over and over, blah, 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 and go, this is just a repeat of last week. Take them somewhere they've never been before in your session. And so next time, basically, if you want the ebook, there's one called How to Attract Up to 40 Hypnotherapy Clients Per Week. Say I'm in the comment section and you'll see it. There's another ebook I want to give you as well called The 20 Rules of Phone Numbers and Sales. It shows you my exact campaigns about how to attract clients, my screenshots of my webpage, my phone script, basically my Facebook ad that got shared like between 1,000 and 2,000 times, and the way that people were dobbing their friends in to say, come and get an appointment with this guy, and exactly how it works. So say I'm in the comment section, and I'll give you a link to both ebooks. They're both very small, like less than 20 pages perhaps. Hope this has helped you guys, but I want to hear mainly like what's your main takeaway? Like out of the stuff that I say, like this isn't just made up stuff as much as it's from experience. And so it's kind of weird, like it's not just a checklist like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but like what do you find, like what's the number one thing you've taken out of this that's made you think of something that you're going to do this week? Because I want to hear like how are you going to turn it from fake to real? One thing that you were doing that wasn't working, you're going to now start making it work. What action step are you going to take to make one result that you've been stuck on for so long? What are you going to do to make it real? I'll talk to you soon.